Wednesday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. When you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe, guys. Look at some of the videos, and if you see any of them that you like, just hit share. Dang. Please, just hit share. So, guys, we're talking about mental health and the importance of, and yesterday we talked about Winnie the Pooh, and I tried to bring some of those characters to light for you to see if you felt like you saw yourself in any of those characters. And the fact of us labeling the characters with the disorder, if you see yourself in those characters, obviously it might be a disorder or something lingering, So we talked about Winnie the Pooh yesterday. I know I don't tell them what you're going to hear on Coffee and Conversation, guys. And also, Your Honor on Netflix. If you like suspenseful thrillers, anything that's surrounding law or... So, I can't even just say that because it has so many different levels and elements in it. Racial tension, it's a lot. So if you like any of that, you would love Your Honor on Netflix. Got me in a chokehold. So y'all, we're talking about mental health in this segment, and although we talk about treatment for the mental health issues that you have and what you've been diagnosed with, and we're trying to normalize going to therapy and talking to somebody, I'm a fan of prevention. I'm a big fan of prevention. And although there aren't many studies that would say that mental health can be prevented, but I believe some disorders can be. Like, who is, like anxiety. Who was anxiety yesterday? Was it Piglet? I think anxiety can be prevented. I do. I think it's certain steps that you can take to prevent that. I think depression can be prevented to a certain degree. I do. Who was that? Eeyore? Today is not the day. It's always something going on. He always sad about something. No matter what you say to him, it's not going to change. Yeah, depression, I think that can be prevented. And substance abuse use. I think, yeah, because those are, some of this is choices. Bad choices, maybe. It can be. So this segment, we focus on mental health, because if you have been using these tips on your child since 9th grade, that's all the manipulation tips that we've been talking about, your child probably batshit crazy. Fix It, Jesus. It's a Christian show. Fix It, Jesus. Because you got to keep in mind, if these manipulation tips are being used, one person is telling the child one thing, and the other parent is telling the child something completely different. Or, let me give you a kicker. Y'all both might be telling the child the same thing, but yet and still one parent say don't listen to the other parent. But y'all both saying the same thing. There's no way we shouldn't be included in her life. Like, I just don't understand that. I really don't. Especially the educational part. How could it? We both was on the same page with that. So, her college, choosing her college, being able to go there her first day, helping her set up her room, my nieces, nephews, and my grandchildren riding with us so they can see the experience, so they'll know this is what it's expected of them. The same platform that I put down for them before they went to school, going to see my sister at school, attending graduations, attending my graduation for my bachelor's degree. Like, education, we should be on the same page with that. There shouldn't be no conflict there. It shouldn't be no confusion there. Me getting up every morning, making sure my kids get to school on time so they can get those attendance awards. Come on now. What's the difference? What's the separation? What's the reason why we're not a part of that? What have I not done that didn't fall in line with the same thing and the same expectations and the same picture that you had painted? Yeah, y'all got to help me understand. That's why I come on here every morning, right? So, yeah, if you're using those tips, your child is filled with confusion and your child is filled with confliction. Right? So, I'm quite sure they're suffering from some type of issues that might need to be seen. And you, because they've been used on you, those tactics, you probably a little crazy too. Probably need to go get some help and seek some, because I'm quite sure you off kilt. You're not on point. You being thrown off every chance you get, because if those manipulation tips are being used, that child is testing you all the time, because they're being encouraged to by using those manipulation tips by the other parent, right? So you think you instilling morals and values in your child, but your child act like they have none. I know. You done built a solid foundation and watch it crumble right before your eyes. I mean, a solid foundation. Fix it, Jesus. Brick and mortar, baby. Yeah, seeing it crumble. Everything that you tried to shelter your children from, they were indirectly exposed to it because of these manipulation tips. Everything I sheltered my kids from, they was exposed to. Everything. And I got a list. I have a list. I was so determined to make sure my children didn't have any dysfunctions or have anything. I was determined. So I got a list, right? Fix it, Jesus. I worked so hard to keep my family together just to see it destroyed. I know. Torn apart. Yep, I'm struggling, man. I tell you, I'm struggling. And if you are struggling with any of these things, you might need to seek mental health. Yep, you might need to seek mental health treatment, baby. You might need to talk to somebody. If you can't find a way to balance everything out to where you're not sad all the time and depression hasn't completely taken over, yeah, you might have to go get help. Yep. So with those mental health disorders, we discussed depression. It sneaks in for me so much because so much damage was caused. So depression sneaks in on me a lot. It didn't before. I know I had issues and struggles, and we dealt with things as a family, but depression wasn't there. Yeah. So I did so much, and I feel like I've done nothing. I know. At times I be so sad because all the questions are overwhelming sometimes. When I sit back and think, because I think about my baby every day. I think about my situation every day. I think about my other children. I think about the family unit. I think about this every day. So it's so many questions. Sometimes it becomes overwhelming. I have to sit down sometimes. Sometimes I have to take a nap because I be so exhausted mentally. Because the questions won't stop. And I think that the questions won't stop because I had a system put in place with my family. And it was working. Yeah. I had gotten the results that I was looking for. With my life, with my children, the steps I have been taking, the things that I have been doing. Yeah, I found, we were good. Yeah. Everybody was progressing as they should at the time that they were supposed to. Yeah, everybody, it was just, a little slow, but everybody was pretty much doing what they were supposed to do. Yeah. I had gotten a product that I was looking for from all those classes that we talked about. Yeah, the classes that we said we're going to teach our kids and that we've been teaching them all this time. Remember the home ec class? Teach them how to cook, how to sew, how to wash clothes, how to clean, hygiene, all that. Physical health. Yep. I had gotten that. My kids know how to cook and clean. Yep. Physical health. All my children should be physically fit. Yeah, when you seen all of them, they look like models. All my children look like models. You can put any of them on a magazine. Yeah, because they were polished and they look good. They body wise. Why? Because I'm in good physical health. What? What? Yeah. So all their life they've seen me at the gym and seen me work out, so they had no choice. So it was expected. And yeah, my children, all of them physically look like models. Yep, they were in control of their mental health because it was always openly discussed. Yep, so they wouldn't be afraid or ashamed and to look for help if they needed. Yep, I was getting that. Life in general, they well-rounded. Yep, they knew the importance of taking care of themselves, having a job, working, responsibilities that come with. Yeah. Politics, they all vote. Yeah. Ethics. I like to think that they do what's right when nobody's looking, but all those morals and values. Yeah, my boys would say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. My girls are very sweet and just, man, religion. Yep, they go to church when they feel it. Yep, for me having them in church, they'll go to church when they feel it. I'm not going to say we go every Sunday, but just last Sunday I went to church and I was calling my oldest daughter and she was just coming from church. She went to her grandpa people church. Yeah, I know I'm putting her business out. I'm sorry, baby, but just know she go to church. Yeah, Black history, our history, they know about our family. They know about the importance of furthering their education because I saw it in them. Yep, remember my oldest daughter was in nursing school. Yep, and the baby was going to 11th grade at Cass Tech. Yep, all of them graduated high school. Yep, my son was a chef. Yep, so I mean, street smarts. They was very aware of street smarts, catching buses if they have to. You know, humanity, how to treat people. Yep, they had pretty good relationships with family. Like everything that I taught, self-worth. They knew they self-worth. They knew how to love. Yep. So all the classes that I taught, I saw the product. I saw the product. And then my radio show was doing good. I had just came back from California, interviewing Angela Means off Friday. My youth program was just on Fox 2 and Channel at that time. I think we had just did the Channel 2 interview. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. I was about to enter into the master program, for my degree in psychology. Like, we were doing pretty good. I had been getting some more jobs with the painting. I had been getting more clean outs and more paint jobs. They had got to the point where I'm doing flooring now. So I done went and got me a wet saw. I'm doing demos now. So, I mean, I don't understand what more I could have done to be good enough to be in her life, right? We was working on the trailer for the book, a book that I wrote, Dysfunctional Family Knot. You can get you a copy on Lulu Publishing, or you can go to Amazon. So we were filming parts of the trailer so that I can edit it, so that I can put it together. So we were filming that, right? So yesterday we talked about Winnie the Pooh. We labeled all the characters and disorders. Tried to see if you resemble any. So you'll know it's okay to go get help. See if you can relate to any. Let me see. The tip of the day. We're going to talk about the manipulation tip of the day. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't know what I wanted to name it. Because you got to put a name on it so you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that you're using this and tell you not to use it. So I didn't know what to put. So I put, let me see. Because we talk to your children about you teaching your child to love and respect the other parent. That's one of your main responsibilities. Making sure you teach the child to love and respect the other parent. We talked about you teaching your child to make sure they forgive the other parent. Don't hold any hostility, no anger, no bitter feelings against the other parent. We talked about that. And you got to teach your child to have tolerance for their mother and their father. Tolerance and patience. Yeah, we haven't discussed those two things, but we're going to throw them in there because of what we have to talk about today, which is the one strike rule. Yeah. The one strike rule. That's when they teach the children not to tolerate too much from you. You know what I mean? One strike, you out of there, Mom. You're out of there, Dad. You messing up. You know what I mean? No way for you to go back and fix or no. It's just that one time. You do one thing one time, and you out of there, right? So it don't take much for them to use this technique. This is usually used when they have an inappropriate relationship with the child, meaning they talk about you to the child and the child talks back. They talk about the things they don't like about you. They don't form this friendship. They don't form this alliance against you. So it's easy now to just talk about you, dog you, right? So when it comes to the one strike rule, anytime you do anything wrong, because we know parenting is trial and error. And sometimes you make mistakes. Right. Sometimes you make mistakes. It's not perfect. Now, you get better with each child. Like, I was catching balls in the air. I would stop you from hitting your head on the corner. You know what I mean? Because I had so much experience from raising all of my children that, yeah, parenting, sometimes you make mistakes. Yeah. But the child, not to be taught to forgive you, not to be taught to have patience and tolerance for you, being taught and encouraged to just dismiss you and be done with you if you're not doing what they want you to do or not. Woo, fix it, Jesus. It's terrible. It's terrible, but that's definitely a manipulation tip that's used, and all of them are used together in conjunction with. So, deep down, once you do something, you think you don't apologize and it's forgiven, because that's typically what happened. Because I think I apologize to my children for everything that I have ever done to them. Good, bad, ugly. Yep. I've apologized to them with no hesitation. No hesitation. That's why I can't understand how it's been so long for my child. And why, first of all, why would she even want it to be separated from me? Why wasn't there any love there? Out of all the things that we've done together, out of all the good memories and all the good times, we had more good times than bad times. Why wouldn't I be a thought? Why wouldn't I be a part? Why wouldn't she miss me, right? So, yeah, it's easy to teach the child that because they teach it all together in conjunction with. So, fix it, Jesus. The one strike rule is really real. You got to be careful with that. Yeah, because the kids will be working up all this anger and being mad at you, and you don't even know. So they're developing hateful feelings against you because you done made a mistake, did something wrong one time, and because the other parent make a big deal out of it when you do something wrong, they just make a big deal like, oh my God, I can't take it no more. They just, what's that? That narcissistic personality disorder. Yeah, we talked about that. Yep, the littlest things, they try to blow it up and make it, I'm hot, y'all. I got a hot flash. I want to take this off, but I'm trying to be appropriate. Yeah, so they'll blow it up in front of the child and to the child. So they're teaching the child the same behaviorism or the same mannerism or the same, yeah, like I say, some of these can be prevented. Yep, so not teaching the child to forgive the parent, not have any toleration for the parent, the one strike rule, mom, you're out of there. Child gets madder and madder, builds a resistance against you to the point to where they no longer need you, they don't want you, they don't want to be around you, yeah, a child shouldn't have that much hatred for somebody who brought them into this world. How can you? Fix it, Jesus. Yeah. So this is not baseball, and this ain't even baseball. At least in baseball, you get 3 strikes and you out. Shit, this child counting you out after the first run. I know. Why would a child think that's okay? Why would a child think that that's good? Confusion. It's not normal. But the child goes along with it, and the child knows that it's not right. So you got confliction. I know. It bothers me that no one around her is raising her up to love and respect me. It burns me to no end that all those people around her that have relationships with their mothers is not encouraging her or teaching her to love her mother. Nobody's telling her she only gets one mother. Like, fix it, Jesus. Fix it. How can she be okay with that? How can she be okay seeing other people with their mothers and her not having hers around or not being a part? How do they comfort her? What type of storyline has he written for her now? You know what I mean? What type of storyline has he written for our family now as a result of that move? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. So one strike is used to help teach that child how not to forgive you. Yeah, since you are given a one shot to make it happen and you fumble the ball, that's a wrap. That's like you getting thrown out the game for fumbling one ball. Yeah. That's like you at the 3-point line and you only get one shot. And you miss that shot and you out. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. It's not that hard, people. Yeah. For a child to be raised to go against you, their mother or their father, to be raised to disrespect you, to have no love for you, and there was no abuse or neglect, and that child came from a loving family, it got to be something going on up there mentally. Yeah. The child has to be suffering from something. They have to. Yeah, you can't tell me that they're not. And even if they appear to be okay, it got to be something going on, that you probably don't see, right? Some of the changes are physical, and you can see. Child might gain weight. Yeah. You might want to look into a eating disorder, and you might want to look into depression. Yeah. Child loses a lot of weight as a result of that parent not being in their life. Again, you might want to look into an eating disorder. Yep. Depression. Yep. Man, we can go down the list of all of the disorders and pick about 4 more out. So, mental disorder. So if you are a parent who has removed the child from the other parent and there was no abuse or neglect, the best thing you can do is try to make it right with that parent. Yeah, make it right with that parent and apologize to the child and let the child know all the lies, all the deceit, everything that you did to turn them against that parent. You make amends for that. Yep. Your child still might have to see a therapist, but it might not be extensive if you come clean and apologize. But we know that ain't gonna happen, right? And then your child might not get therapy as a result of, if they go to therapy, then the truth gonna come out. So then again, now your child is not being treated. Fix it, Jesus. They suffering in silence. Fix it, Jesus. So y'all, that's it for Coffee and Conversation. I think today I titled the show Prevention, because some of these disorders that we talk about can be prevented. Yep, if you think about it, think it through. Yep. So y'all, that's it for Coffee and Conversation. I enjoy going in to clean that building at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, y'all. The other parent talking negative about you, poison. Yes, it is heavy. Wait a minute, y'all know it's Coffee and Conversation, so we got somebody talking to us over here on Instagram. Yes, heavy. The other parent talking that. Yep, that's something that we don't do. Brainwashing. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, heavy. Thanks for checking in, baby. And y'all enjoy y'all day. Mwah. That was Instagram. TikTok had me on punishment for a day. I don't even know what I did. All right, TikTok. I'm out. Yep, I swear, y'all, it wouldn't let me get on. I don't know what I did. All right, Facebook. Hey, DeWine. Hey, Doug. I'm out, guys.